Today's dish is a lamb and potato curry with a rich and flavoursome sauce, accompanied by succulent pieces of lamb and soft boiled potatoes.
Hi guys, my name is Shwana and this is Cooking with Shwana. Hi guys, thank you for taking part in the poll on Facebook and Instagram. The results have come in. Second place with 20% was lamb and okra, which means that with 80% of the votes, lamb and curry is the winner. Right, the spices that I'm going to be using today is 1.5 teaspoons of red chili pepper, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, and 1 tablespoon of ginger and garlic paste mixed. 300 grams of tomatoes. You can use fresh, but I'm using tinned. I've got 4 green chilies which I've sliced, and 3 tablespoons of natural plain yogurt. Got some fresh coriander chopped up, 300 grams of onion, which is about 2 medium onions, just over 2 medium onions, and 800 grams of lamb. 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds, these are my whole spices, 6 peppercorns, 2 green cardamoms, which I'm going to take the seeds out of, and 1-inch stick of cinnamon. These I'm going to dry roast and then crush them in the pestle and mortar, which I'll show you how. I've heated a small frying pan. It's quite hot. I'm going to add my whole spices. I'm going to add the whole spices into the pan. And the green cardamom, I'm going to split it and take out the seeds. Now the idea is to make the spices slightly crispy, so they release their aromas, the oils. Keep shaking the pan. Make sure they don't burn, but they must heat through. Can you see some of the seeds are popping slightly? They get nice and crispy, nice and toasted, and then it's very easy to crush them in the pestle and mortar. Can you see the colours changing? That's fine. So I'll put them in there. I think it's advisable to leave them to get cold for a little while, and then by that time they'll be nice and crispy, and then you can crush them quite easily. So I'm going to leave this for a little while for them to cool down. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of oil. Now you need this oil in here. Once the curry is cooked, you can drain excess oil off, so don't get worried. The oil is hot. I'm going to be adding the onions. I haven't chopped them up very fine because I'm going to be blending the whole gravy once it's cooked. Onions are nice and golden. I'm going to be adding in the ginger and garlic paste. Stir that for a minute or two, just to get the raw taste out from the garlic and ginger. The ginger and garlic's been fried. I'm going to add the tomatoes. And the spices, all of them. And start frying. Get rid of that juice from that tomato. Make sure all my spices are nicely fried. Now, the curry sauce depends on how many onions and tomato you use. So if you're going to use a lot of tomatoes, you're going to have to use a lot of tomato to balance the sweetness from the onion. This is a nice balance that I've got, you know, just 2 medium onions and 300 grams of tomatoes. I thought I'll be adding yogurt as well. Right, the liquid's all dried off, and as you can see, that oil has separated. I'm going to let this cool down for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to blend it with a hand blender so I have a nice smooth sauce. I'm blending the tomatoes and onions with a hand blender. You can do this in a jug if you're not too sure about the way I'm doing it. You just want to get a smooth paste so that the curry sauce is going to be very smooth. I'm going to be adding the meat, and I'm going to keep it on high flame, and I'm going to stir fry this for about 5 to 6 minutes until the oil separates. All the juices have been released from the meat and the oil separates once again. Right, the juices have dried up, the oil is separating again. I'm going to add to this the yogurt. And the yogurt, once it heats up, is going to release water, moisture, liquid. And then I'm going to dry all this up again. Stir well. Can you see it loosening? That's because of the yogurt. Now I've got to dry this up until the oil separates again. Okay, these are my whole spices which have been crushed. I'm going to add them to the yogurt and curry, which is nicely cooking. Make sure the heat is on high.
Okay.
Mix well. Still carry on stir frying this on high. The oil is separating, but I need it to be a bit more drier than this. I need to fry these spices a little bit more. Right, can you see how dry it is? This has taken me about 15 minutes to get to this stage. The oil is separating again. All the liquid's dry, the spices have fried. And now I'm going to add water. It's about 1 litre of water. Seems like a lot of water, but this is going to cook for about 40 minutes on very low. And then I'm going to be adding the potatoes, and it'll have a further 10 minutes of cooking. So you want to put enough water in right at the beginning. Right, now I'm going to put a lid on this and let it simmer for 40 minutes. I'm just going to take the lid off to add the chilies and the potatoes. There's still quite a bit of liquid in there, but we have got to cook the potatoes, so that'll be another 10 minutes. Now, when you have meat on the bone, it gives you extra flavour from the bones. There's lots of different ways to make lamb curry. Everybody adds their own twist to it. You know, some like yogurt, some like whole spices, some people just prefer the simple spices that we use. There's no right or wrong way about this. You all get there in the end. It depends on your own particular taste. So now I'm going to add the potatoes. I've got about 300 grams here, but you know, if you've got a big family, if your children like potatoes, add more. And potatoes do taste very nice in this curry. So let me just turn the heat down. So the potatoes have gone in, and I'm also going to add the green chilies that I'd sliced. 4 green chilies. They're going in as well. Give that stir. and then put it back on medium heat for another 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes. Just taking the lid off, turning the gas off. And it looks amazing. Okay, as you can see, there's not too much oil there. Sometimes if you leave it for about 15 minutes, the oil rises to the top. So you can take a spoon and just take the oil off like that. I mean, there's no oil, hardly any oil here. But you can take the oil off and put it into another dish and, you know, get rid of it. But as you can see, there's not, I mean, this is fine. I'm gonna add the green chopped fresh coriander. Mix that in well. Alright, the potatoes are cooked. Now the sauce, the gravy is like this. If you want it drier, you can dry it. But this dish requires some gravy because you're going to be eating it with rice or naan bread. But as I said, it's entirely up to you how you want it. You can dry this up, but the gravy is very tasty. Right, all that's left to do is to plate up. This is lamb and potato curry. I hope you do have a go at making this and enjoy.